Good night, everyone. This is Mr. 313 Real Estate, or Anwar Williams, whatever you want to call me. Either one is cool. And we're just going to go over some credit tips. If you're looking to invest or maybe have some rental properties or maybe be a homeowner, these are some credit tips that can boost your score. And I'm going to do another video later just going into the a lot of the credit bases. These are some things that just quickly just give you a credit boost. So a lot of people, they have misconceptions about credit and how to get a higher score. And sometimes, one credit myth is that all you got to do is just pay off your debts. And in some cases, if you pay off your debts, your score could possibly go up, but not in every situation. A lot of times you may have to get some type of guarantee from that creditor before you pay it off, saying that they will delete it. And you also have to make sure that that's actually your debt. So it might be a good idea to dispute the debt first, or maybe it was filed incorrectly, or maybe it's outdated and you shouldn't have to pay it in the first place. So you just want to make sure you can get that negative credit deleted first before you pay it off. So you may spend thousands of dollars paying off all this credit, and then your score doesn't get anywhere, and now you're in the same position. So what are some ways to boost your score? Well, one way you can boost your score is if you have a grandmother or uncle, mom, your pop, your spouse, whoever, that can put you on as a UA, as an unauthorized, I'm sorry, not UA, but they give you an unauthorized card. So basically, you're authorized. They put you on a credit card, but you don't actually have access to it. So you're an unauthorized user. So basically, if they are in good standing, okay, they pay their cards on time. They have a good debt to income ratio. They're keeping their ratio under 30% because that's important, because they look at debt utilization. So they wanted to have a low balance, and also that they're paying it on time. They put you on as an unauthorized user, especially if they have this account for a long time. That's going to boost your score. It's going to be a huge boost. Another thing you could do is let me erase this right quick. Flip it this way. It's a lot easier. Another thing you can do, you can get a secured credit card through the bank. A lot of people don't know this, but they do offer secure credit cards. And usually you can get a secure credit card. Ideally, you want to get one for $1,000. You want to have $1,000 limit. So if you got some extra money, you can save up $1,000. Take that $1,000, take it to the bank. You say you want a secure credit card. That means they will send you a credit card with $1,000 limit in your name, and it will report, and make sure it reports. Well, most banks do. They all report to all 3 credit bureaus: Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. And it'll look like just like you have a $1,000 credit card, but it has to be at least $1,000. If you do 300, 400, 500, it doesn't really make that much of an impact. So you're gonna have to do 1,000. But what that means is you got to keep the utilization down. So even though you got a $1,000 limit, what's going to help you is not getting close to this limit. So you want to keep your limit. And this is another credit tip. Whatever credit limit you have is always times 3. So if you got a $1,000 limit on card, you multiply that by 3, and that's your credit limit. So actually, credit limit is around $290. That's a good number to stay at. And even if it's higher, like let's just say you got a $10,000 Visa card or whatever credit cards you got, that doesn't mean that you use all 10,000. You want to keep utilization down. So you want to be at around 2,700. So really, having $10,000 credit limit really means you have a 2,700, or maybe even, let's go down to 2,500. Just be on the safe side, credit limit. And that's what's gonna boost your score, and that's what's gonna look at your profile more favorably, because now you're not at a risk. They can trust that they're gonna give you a large sum of money, and you're not gonna just eat it all up. Okay, so those are two tips that can boost your score, getting a secure credit card. And the good thing about the secure credit card, typically after a year, maybe even before that, if you make your payments on time, they'll usually reimburse you or add on what you started with. So if you started off with $1,000, if you make all your payments for maybe 7-8 months, they'll give you another 1,000 that you reimburse you that 1,000. So now you have $2,000 limit, and maybe they'll even make it unsecured. So now it's just like a regular credit card. So they give you that extra 1,000. So it's just something to think about when wanting to boost your credit score. Peace out, Mr. 311 Real Estate. See you in the next video.